Hello and welcome to Seagulls Social, episode 39. I'm your host, Maz, and of course, I am joined by the boys, Ryan and Ben. How are we, chaps?
Very well, mate.
Hi, Ryan. Mind the gap. From me.
So, right, just to provide a bit of context, because for anyone who doesn't know, because that was a bit of a private joke, you got a DM. Well, let's
not even private. It's on my Twitter, to be fair. Some guy just sent me. Yeah, I put it on Twitter, and some guy sent me a DM. I don't even know who he is on Instagram, and just said, "Hi, Ryan. Mind the gap from me, Palace fan. Mate, you're 1 point above us. All right. There's still like 5 games left of the season. It's more than possible that we overtake you. But cheers for your message, mate. I really do appreciate the love and support."
And then you got a bit of stick from Leeds fans as well with your shithousery over the weekend, to say the least. Do you have? I believe you have another voice note from someone.
It wasn't a voice note. Mate, I have so many DMs and messages and replies to my tweets. I think I put a tweet on and I said Leeds will do a Sheffield United next season. It's got 249 replies, 74 quote tweets, and I was just like, perfect. But yeah, this coffee tastes much sweeter this morning, to be honest.
There's some it's not, you're not just saying that like randomly. There is like that chance that it could happen because like you were so surprised at how good Sheffield United were last season with their like new style of play. No one could really deal with it. And then once everyone plays them twice, they find out how to deal with it. Yeah. Potter obviously found out how to deal with Bielsa's ball. We literally just done what Leeds do to us, to other teams, to them, and we beat them. Like they hardly really threatened us apart from a couple of volleys.
Yeah,
I think potentially, Ryan, like your tweet that obviously was out there to fish, could actually be true. But,
it's not impossible.
Next season.
All of the replies are saying like, there's a remind me bot on Twitter, so you can at it and then just say remind me of this in a year.
Oh yeah.
So everyone's replying saying remind me of this in a year.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I'm just thinking, okay, right. So in a year, one way or another, this will come back. So hopefully, if they go down, oh my god, that'd be the best thing in my life, honestly.
Yeah.
I'd be buzzing.
Then if they don't, they like finish like top 6 or something, or top 8.
Yeah, then I'll just admit defeat.
Yeah. Just take the L. But no. Let's get cracking with the game, mate. What I was buzzing, like I was watching that game and I was just like, this is amazing, because I was just thinking about all the Leeds fans and like just the fact. Do you know what it was for me? And I'll be straight up. All I cared about was just survival. Like, and people might say, oh, like what a small club mentality. But it's like we're in the Premier League. Like who would not want to play in the Premier League? Why can't we be happy that we've basically confirmed our status in the Premier League? That's all I was buzzing about. Yeah. Fuck Leeds, like couldn't care less about them really. But
I was so disappointed that we didn't do it the week before against Sheffield United.
Yeah,
it should have been. That would have been the one where we done it. But it is classic Brighton that we do it. I would say the hard way, but obviously we blew Leeds away. But we did it against a harder team. And a team that we probably weren't expected to beat.
I mean, it was more satisfactory, wasn't it? Because it's Leeds, which is a bit more satisfactory than doing it against.
We all have our own Leeds fans as well that we know, and I haven't even messaged any of the Leeds fans. I've just been silent in my win. Yeah.
Oh, you should, mate. I've milked it to the extreme, like to the other extreme of last time. Last time was milking it. This time's just dry now. It's so milked. It's dry. I've just got ammo though. I've gone with it.
It's like if I'd have messaged them straight away, like if they messaged me any shit about Brighton, like if in the next 5 games we do something wrong, I'd just go 6 points. I'll be like 2-0 straight away because I haven't messaged them a single thing yet. So I've got it there ready to go if they do any shit.
2 wins in 12 years still as well. That's just brilliant, isn't it? That's such a lovely stat. Yeah. Like that, they're never going to beat us. I don't think it's just set in stone that we're going to get an easy 6 points over them every year now. It's lovely.
Yeah. No, mate. Don't get me wrong. I think it was an incredible result, but I think just to be fair to Leeds, I think they were missing key players like Rafinha, KP, and I think Cooper as well. So, but like Calvin Phillips and Rafinha, you got as much as we hate to admit it, they are Rafinha's.
They're quality. But I don't like the old excuses of injuries because Lallana was out and he's one of our most significant players. Didn't even look like we missed it. We had Lamptey out.
Injuries.
Yeah, Lamptey's out, March is out. So we've got plenty of injuries ourselves. We both have weakened teams, and yet we came out the better because we outclassed them on the day. I think it was another one where Potter did one over the manager. I don't think Bielsa had any answer. That's why he started kicking our chairs to bits at the end.
Yeah, he went mad, didn't he? I saw that.
Yeah.
I was
See that?
I
Did you
thought
not?
it was really
He started punching the chairs.
uncharacteristic of him. Yeah, mate. Like he probably went mad at the sort of dugout bit, and
really?
I thought that I was watching that, and I was watching it, and I was thinking that's really uncharacteristic. I've never seen him
properly frustrated. Like, yeah,
like
do you reckon he'll get a fine for that? Because not. Yeah, I suppose he would probably get a fine for that.
I think he might do.
I might get away with this. Bielsa in it, a massive club Leeds, so he'd probably be all right.
Yeah. Just get the BT Sport lads to talk about it, and they'll just be like, "Oh, what? Look, do you see how nicely he just hit that chair there?
He caressed the chair.
Yeah.
He saw there was a bit of dust on it. He thought he would punch off the dust.
Yeah,
do him a favour.
Yeah, literally, they love it. It's a bit too much. Like for me, it's a bit too much. I'm like, look, you get it. He's good, but Jesus Christ, like, give it a rest. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to the game then, boys.
Down the line.
I mean, I think Ben, you summed it up perfectly. Like, no disrespect to Leeds, but they literally created zilch. Like, I don't remember. I don't know about you.
Just a little correction.
I don't remember any chance creation from them. Like, not one
Not
chance.
Really, yeah. It wasn't much.
And
literally was like a Stuart Dallas volley. I think that was the only one that made me like my bum twinge a bit.
Oh yeah.
Quite late on, wasn't it? That was like the second half, wasn't it?
Yeah. I know that was that first. I think that was
there was a couple, wasn't there? I think there was two, wasn't there? He had like one in the first as well. Like
Jack Harrison in the first half.
Harrison,
yeah.
No,
No,
he won't even be there next season, probably.
They didn't really offer much, did they?
Oh yeah.
Really?
No, it didn't.
But the question I asked.
Okay.
Go on.
Yeah, go on. I was going to say it was like
No.
I was just so comfortable watching that game. Like at no point I was worried at all. Like I didn't even at the beginning of the game I wasn't nervous. So I was just like, we're going to win this. I just had so much confidence for some reason. It was just because of maybe that record, they haven't beaten us much, and I was just like, I think we're going to be fine. And then we were fine. It was really weird. We actually took off. Well, we didn't. We had a lot of chances, to be honest. We had a lot of chances, so we went begging. Mope had
we should have won 4-5-0. We should have won 4-5-0.
I always back Neil, but oh god, he's making it very hard to back him at the moment, isn't he? I've got to be honest. But yeah, I was actually saying Welb should come off. I was saying, he hasn't really done a lot, and then he comes up with a Cruyff turn and scores a banger.
Mate.
No, correction, a Pascal Gross turn.
Yeah,
there you go.
That goal, I'm going to say it right now. That is the goal of the season for Brighton, not for Premier League.
For what it means as well.
That is the goal of the season. That turn was
so good.
I literally, I don't have words to describe it. That turn was, anyone I've showed, like, they were like, what? Danny Welbeck scored that goal? I was like,
mate, imagine if like Haaland or Mbappe or Messi scored that. It'd be everywhere. They'd be watching it for years. They'd be all over. You'd be playing that on the BT reels. Yeah, mate.
The way it was dropping in the air, and he just perfectly, in one motion, just went, whoosh, and then,
that's for me the beauty of it. It's that one slick motion of the ball dropping, the Cruyff turn, and then the great finish as well. I was like, that is an unbelievable goal. And to secure like the win as well, I was just like, thank you, Danny. Like, we don't have to worry to the 90th minute and worry if they're going to concede or, you're really worried. But like, he just, finished it off. That was an incredible.
Apart from the penalty, that was like one of the, I think that's the first goal I've been able to celebrate with my friends. I might be wrong there because I've been, since obviously the pub's been open, I went to the Everton match, but obviously that was 0-0. We celebrated the penalty, but you can't really celebrate penalties too much. You give a little fist bump. But we were watching it all together, like on his phone, and we saw what happened. We all went absolutely ballistic.
Yeah, I went mad when that one happened.
It was
as well.
sick.
Yeah.
But it was just one of those where you didn't expect it to even happen, and when he got his turn away, I was like, he's going to score. You just go, it's one of those.
Caught everyone off guard.
Just on that quickly, we'll start with you, Ryan, with the penalty, because I saw a couple of Leeds fans be like, I'm not questioning the penalty, which I don't really get, but what were your thoughts on that? Do you think that was a clear cut? Because obviously he sort of dragged him down with not dragged him down, but like his arm, wasn't it? Kind of thing.
I think watching it back, it was. At the time, I didn't think it was. I thought it was just a bit of a dive. And it took me a few times to watch it and think it was. I've got to be honest, because I'm quite harsh when it comes to penalties and stuff. On my Twitter, I'm always saying like, I don't think that's a pen and stuff. But yeah, I've got to be honest. I thought it was quite soft at the beginning, but it probably was a penalty. He did literally fall on his leg, had hold of his leg. So yeah, that's a penalty, I think. What do you? I don't know what
Leeds
you guys
fans are getting
think
annoyed with it. Leeds fans will get annoyed with it because it was a really stupid penalty to give away. And I think, I mean, from watching Leeds a few times this season, I get that I'm picking it up now. I might be completely wrong, but Alioski seems like a liability for me.
100%.
He seems like he gives away those fouls quite a lot, and I don't know. Especially he wears number 10 and he plays left back. That's just it for me.
I know a lot of Leeds fans don't like him as like number one starting. Like they say he's a good squad player and he's good to have in the mix.
Quite versatile, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. But like, I don't think Leeds fans like rate him at all. So it's sort of similar to like with like sort of Dan Burn. Like he's a great squad player, but he's not. He's not a starter. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like he's very similar in that sense. But I think Dan Burn's probably obviously.
He's like I think Alioski's linked with Milan. Is he linked with AC?
Really?
Like he's signing. I think his contract ends and he's going to join them on a free. Yeah.
How does he manage that?
Signers to go to Milan.
It's like Eddie Hearn thing.
I think it's
it?
his bleached blonde hair, mate. It's because he's got bleached blonde hair. I think the Milan fans will love that. Fits right.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's literally that Eddie Hearn meme, isn't it? It was like where he comes in, it's like, how'd you pull that one off?
He walks into the changing room. How'd you pull that one off then? But no, for me, it was definitely a penalty. I think, I can see why maybe some fans, like Leeds fans, would be a bit upset because I think if it happened to us, I would have maybe been a bit like,
it was soft, but it was a pen. So
100%. 100%. But
you got to have a line somewhere as to what is and what isn't, and I think that is
Ryan.
So
mini rant. I need a mini rant, Ryan, because BT Sport, if you're listening, Amazon Sport, if you're listening, you little bastards, do your research next time. Yeah, when you're covering a game, instead of spouting off facts, as facts, they literally, and I'm talking 4 to 5 times minimum, they said that Pascal Gross has a 100% penalty record in the Premier League.
Really?
However, as we all know, West Bromwich Albion, he absolutely fucked it. And
that was only a few weeks ago as well.
Do you know what I mean? I was like, surely do your research. Like, it doesn't take much. Like, especially if you're saying this one fact multiple times, surely you'd like check the validity of it. And after the game, you check the interview with the lady who was doing the interview with Potter. She literally says, and she says it again. She goes, with Groves 100% record. Like, are you happy that he scored? They're like, and Potter didn't call her out. I thought he was just obviously just couldn't care less.
Polite, maybe.
Yeah, being polite. Yeah, and I was just
that doesn't make any sense.
Honestly,
mate, they don't know anything about us. It's so annoying. They never have done. They just and you know that. I'm going to talk about it now. Actually, that dunk chest. Oh God, what a chest that was. When I saw that, mate, not even lying, I literally applauded it. Me and my dad literally were applauding it like we were at the game because it was just different class.
I remember watching that, and I was like, I was watching on mine, but I was just like, in my head, I was like, that is just coolness personified. Like how he did that because I think at the time it was 1-0, wasn't it? I think. So like, it was still like the game was, the game was like still like in the balance, so to speak. It's like to do that in that moment so calmly, and like he just looks so cool doing it as well. And I was just like, how you can do that with people behind you? Just
because
so
he's
cool.
England's best centre back, Maz. That's why he can do it.
Let me just tell you this. I know we say this every time whenever the England conversation comes up. By the time every international break ends, we're like, we're not going to get hopes up ever again because we just know it's never going to happen. But my hopes have got up again because they've obviously added 3 extra slots for the squad at the Euros.
26
now.
Who's the Walsall centre half? He'll already be called up, wouldn't he?
Surely now, Mr. fucking Southgate, surely just bring Dunk. Just do it.
He won't do it.
Just do it.
I've given up, Ben. I've given up. There's no point.
He won't do it. It's so obvious now. It's so blatant. It's not even subtle anymore. It's so blatant. You can't possibly think that there's even really 2 centre-backs better than him in England. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me Stones. I'm sorry, I'm not having it. You can't tell me... Maguire's sort of consistent, but he makes more mistakes than Dunk has. Oh, no, I'm not going on that rant.
For me, of course, not that I'm a massive England fan, but if I was to choose the England team, it would have to be Maguire and Stones, like number 1 and 2. Yeah. But as a squad, like to be in the England squad, he is 100%. He's better than Mings. He's better than Cody. He's better than... Who else is in the squad?
I was going to say, he's probably going to bring Conser, isn't he? He goes to every single Villa game. I know he's a fan, but you got to look a bit less biased. Like he's just really doing it.
At least
goes
to
to every single game. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, and they said to Watkins on their match against Everton, it's like, and the England manager's here today. It's like, obviously, that probably played a part as well. He was like, well, yeah, just got to ignore it. But I was like, he's at every single game. Watkins is used to it by now.
Yeah,
the thing is,
every game,
yeah.
You know how I always go on about like Dunk for England and stuff and saying he's England's best centre half? It's not even just Brighton fans that retweet it and share it anymore. It's like Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United, Liverpool fans all say to me, yeah, he's actually quality. So it's not even like... And Tottenham fans are saying, we want to sign him up, because I saw all of their like Twitter as well. Makes no sense. But yeah, the point of me bringing it up was on the match. I didn't actually watch it, but I heard a match of the day. They didn't even bring it up. They didn't even talk about that chest back. But if that was Van Dijk, or if that was Ruben Diaz or John Stones, they guarantee you they would have shown that 5 times something how quality it was. Rio Ferdinand would have been talking about it for the next 25 minutes.
It wasn't even just like a simple rebound off his chest. Like he actually did like kind of Ronaldinho as well. Like flicked his shoulders.
It's quality.
It was so sick. Yeah, that was unbelievable.
Straight out of FIFA Street.
Yeah, unbelievable. I think really, from the stuff we discussed, I suppose obviously the penalty we discussed, Welbeck's goal, which is incredible, Dunkey's chest. Apart from that, there's nothing much more to talk about for Leeds.
Other than missed opportunities, like I think there are a few.
Trossard. Let's talk about Trossard.
Trossard, even like Veltman, edge of the box, like he could have just got it on if he just got anywhere on target at least.
Yeah, well, no, because I remember Veltman's we had that strike, didn't it? It was an unbelievable strike, but I think one of the Leeds players was like, I think he might have handballed it. Like,
I think that's a different one. Like, there's one where like Byrne cut it back to him as well.
Yeah,
there's a couple,
two Veltman,
yeah. But like, let's talk about the Trossard because, for me, he should be scoring that 9.9 times out of 10. Like, that was poor. And it gets back to that age-old question which we've discussed multiple times on this podcast. It's like, our strikers, they're just missing the easy chances, and it's like they're scoring the tough one. Like Welbeck, like how's he scored that? Like to do that touch and that turn and that finish, and then our strikers, can't.
And then Mopé against Sheffield United can't even score from the 6-yard box.
Like,
exactly.
I just don't get it.
But Trossard, I think it was such a shame because that goal would have been brilliant. Like we pressed Leeds and they lost the ball from their defence, and like Welbeck won it back, and I think he crossed it into Trossard, didn't he?
Yeah,
and you just think anywhere on target, is probably
it was behind. I think it was in front. It was way too in front of Mopé. Went past him. And it and I felt like with Trossard, he sort of snatched at it. He could have had a bit more time, and maybe even took a touch, and then just tried to slot it past. I think Melier. I think it is.
Melier.
And so it's just disappointing. Do you know what I mean? It's like how many times do we have to say like. We have the same conversation every week on this pod. It's like those easy chances that we miss.
The thing is, the players that are missing them in Trossard, Mopé, Veltman, they're all quality players. Like, let's face it, they're all Premier League quality players. They should all be scoring those because we say, we've got to bring in a different striker. We definitely do, but budget-wise, probably not going to happen to get a well-known one.
We can talk about that, actually.
Yeah, I'll talk about it in a minute. But I'm saying, right, these chances we're missing aren't high quality. Like, they're high quality chances, but they're not high quality finishes. You're not required to be Sergio Aguero to score these. You just got to be able to literally get that on target. Like, I'm talking Mopé's chances. The one where it come across to him, he's got acres of space in there, and he's literally just completely fluffed it. I think I can't remember who put the ball in now, to be honest, but he literally missed the ball, and it seems like to me we get in front of goal and our shots are it's like we've got feathers on our feet or something. It's like we can't actually get any power behind it. And I think Lallana comes to mind as well. There's just so many chances that I could think of off the top of my head where we just, I don't know what it is. We just fluff it. We just take our eye off the ball almost, sort of thing. Like, back when you're in school and when you're 6 years old and you're playing football and they're telling you to aim for the corners and keep it as low as you can. There's no different to playing... head over the ball, keep the ball down, make sure you aim for a corner, not straight at the goalie. We can remember that back when we were 6 years old, right? Why can't they just replicate that when they're however old they are in the Premier League? It just makes no sense.
Get him on the coaching team at Brighton, mate.
Mate, I think I'll do a better job at this point, to be honest. Doesn't take much.
Do we actually have we don't? I think we've said it before. I don't even know if we have I don't even know who our striking coach is. You have Ben Roberts, we know our goalkeeper coach.
I don't think we've got
non-existent.
That's my Football Manager like the video game head on, right?
Yeah,
Who's like the attacking one? Because I always have like the mix between like the technical and all that stuff. Like,
Need
who's
Murray
our
in, mate.
striker coach?
Need Murray in there.
Like, I was watching the Arsenal game, and he's saying Steve Rounds, his assistant at Arsenal, I think that's his name anyway. He's apparently like him and El Nene have been doing like shooting practice after training, and because that was when El Nene scored against Newcastle. I was like, well, who's doing that for Brighton? Because we need their help, or at least I said it last week, but I think we just got to drop Neil Maupay, and that's not because of Simon Zakiri and OG Kicks and Brighton. What player, by the way, wearing these pink tracksuits. He's a pretty guy. But yeah, like, why not give him a go? Like, because Maupay's not really doing it at the moment, so just. I don't know. Maybe it's in the best interest to just drop him.
I agree. I agree. But then who do you play though?
On his finishing, I do like his general play though. I do like Maupay's general play. Obviously, his finishing is obviously very less desired at the moment.
He was quite poor though against Leeds. And I'm Maupay's biggest fan, and I'm always giving him. But he was pretty poor. Like, he did give the ball away a lot. His first touch wasn't there. His finishing was awful.
I can see why though. I can see why we start him, but unless maybe he's not our goal scorer, maybe Welbeck is, but maybe Potter sees him more as a presser. Maybe that's his role.
This is what people are saying.
To be pressing.
I've seen a lot of Brighton fans saying that he'll work like, let's get a striker alongside Maupay, not to replace him, but to supplement him, like to help him, like in terms of he can maybe do the running, the hard work, because he's a hard worker. Like,
he's definitely a hard worker.
Yeah, he runs about a lot, but maybe he does. Yeah, like he maybe does need that striker who can finish next.
I think maybe he's in the wrong system for him because we say he's not a goal scorer. We can all see that. I think he knows that. But a lot of the best chances we're having will fall into him. So that means we're creating the chances wrong. Then we're doing something wrong. That system doesn't work. I know we're on the back of a 2-0 win, so it's a bit harsh to say this. Yeah. But a lot of the chances were falling to Neil or Trossard, neither of which are quality forwards and finishers, should I say? So then you need to be thinking, okay, we need to change that up. I like Welbeck on the left, but he's probably our best finisher out of the three of those. He needs to be in there tucking them away, because I think the Maupay chance he scores, I think the Trossard chance he scores, or at least gets it on target. I think the Veltman chance he gets on target. So, they're falling to the wrong people, and the fact that Maupay's the wrong person is quite bad, I think.
With us, like all but safe, pretty much we are safe. Let's be honest, like not points wise, but we are. I think now we have that freedom we talked about last week. We have that freedom now to try something new. Like if we drop Maupay and move Welbeck more centre, then we can play maybe Izquierdo or Jahanbakhsh on the wide instead. Just see how that works, because it might be better. We saw glimpses of quality from Jose against Sheffield United as soon as he came on. So
I must admit, I thought he'd have a bit more of a chance against Leeds than you, because I thought. We're so comfortable in that game. I thought the one chance he'd have is against Leeds, comfortable result, and possibly even grab a third for us. But it wasn't to be, obviously. But I would have quite liked to see a bit of Jose in that game. Although I must admit, talking about Alireza as well, I thought he was really good when he came on. I thought he looked really quality, and his celebration as well with Potter was class.
Yeah, that was an amazing moment. Yeah, I saw that on the sidelines just before he was coming on, wasn't it?
He just went yes.
But no, mate. I think past two games he's looked really good. Like when he's come off the bench, because he a lot of the times when he's come off the bench, he's just looked ineffective, not had the ball, like just basically went missing. Really, it was like we had 10 men. But in the last two games, they really. Do you know what it is? I found for me personally, it's like we've actually utilised in the sense that we've fed him, like we've given him the ball. Whereas I feel like. Not to say that they weren't passing to him, but I just don't feel like when he was coming on, he just wasn't getting enough of the ball to
I think what you mean,
and I think that's what the big difference is in the last two games. He's actually just been given that freedom, like, here you go, have the ball, run at him, do something, do something.
Every time against Sheffield United, wasn't it? He was just being given it, because he was the most creative player. And then against
man pretty much every time.
Yeah, exactly. And then Leeds, we're giving him the ball. He's taking players on, putting passes out wide. So, I'd quite like to see more of him. And there's no reason why not now. We're pretty safe. We're still on course to beat our all-time points record too. So we could actually end up being above Palace and getting an all-time record points.
Mate,
so
what an end to the season that would
that could be a proper turnaround, couldn't it? Like considering we were 10 points off them at one point, weren't we? So we're right in it now. I don't know who they've got next. Actually, I'm gonna have a look. Unless you guys
they're struggling, though, aren't they? They've got
Sheffield United next week.
Oh, really?
Cheers,
Come
lad.
on, Sheffield
Cheers,
United, turn up.
Yeah,
lads.
do what you did against us, you little bastard.
Yeah.
You know they won as well.
But yeah, just
Yeah,
a quick question I wanted to ask you both, and we'll start with you, Ben. With regards to just because obviously sort of like the Bielsa versus Potter thing, and with I saw a lot of talk about basically Brighton. The reason why Brighton keep beating Leeds, beating them twice, is because of the system. So the back five we've got, and the fact that we do better against more expansive teams. Do you think it's because of the back five, or do you think it was just we were better on the day in terms of hunger, desire, whatever?
I think it's definitely got something to do with that. I wouldn't say it's just because on the day. It's 100% something to do with the system. It's like when we played against City, we took the game to them, didn't we? Maybe lost 1-0, unfortunately, but we played well against them, and we do. It's been proven now that we do play better against the more expansive teams than the teams that play against us. I think Villa, we play quite well away against them. So yeah, I do think it's got something to do with the back five, because in the home game against at the away game, at Ellen Road, Bamford went missing. Like, he couldn't deal with our defenders. Whenever they're crossing the ball in, our centre backs would be able to deal with it really, really easily. So yeah, I think it's got something to do with the back five, but yeah, definitely more with the system.
Yeah, Ryan, anything to add to that, or anything?
Yeah, I agree with our system works against the expansive teams. We said it only last week, didn't we? We were saying it would just be very us to go beat Leeds after losing to Sheffield United. But yeah, no, I agree. I think we out-tacticked them. Is that a thing? We out-tacticked them.
Doesn't sound right.
Doesn't sound right. But yeah, we did that to them. Yeah, basically outclassed them. So yeah, and that we did a Potter ball. So yeah, it was good stuff. Like, we play really good football again. And I just think whenever we play against these expansive teams, for some reason we wake up. I guess you raise your game compared to who you're playing against, but for some reason we just can't break down these low blocks, and that is a bit of a concern, because I think it will be something that we try and fix, because it's not a sustainable thing to have. Like, because teams will work that out and then just play low blocks against us eventually. But I think against a team like Leeds, or against any team that sort of likes to play the ball around, I fancy us to get a result, to be honest.
Yeah. Next season we 100% have to try and figure out how to beat. I was going to say the small teams, but yeah, like you said, the low block teams, the teams that sit back against us, like, to try and find a way to break them down. Like, with a team that don't score many goals, it's going to be hard to try and break teams down like that, and that is something we really, really got to try and fix.
No, 100.
We interrupt this incredible podcast to bring you a word from our sponsor, Manscaped. I know, that's right. Seagulls Social has got a sponsor. Let's fucking go. Come on.
We made it, boys. Mama,
we done it.
Mama, we made it.
We're cashing in. We got the bag.
We should be a really cringy
We sold out,
American
boys. Sorry.
Advert, I reckon.
We sold out.
The bag is, funnily enough, the bag is called The Perfect Package, and we're going to talk to you about that. So Manscaped, they've just launched in the UK. We've gone years without using the right tools for the job. You could be one of the first men in the UK to experience their life-changing products. Now, obviously, lockdown's lifting, in it, so you boys want to clean downstairs when you start chatting to some birds, and these are the guys for you. Little story from me. These guys have some like new technology.
It literally.
They've got some new technology, right? And last time, you trim your hairs, and then sometimes it gets caught. So it's pain you don't want. So that's why Manscaped have redesigned the electric trimmer. The Manscaped engineering team has perfected the greatest ball hair trimmer ever created, and just released the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0 in the UK, which we have been sent, and it is here. Lovely. I'm going to do the makeup stuff. There you go. Yeah. Their third generation trimmer features a cutting edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents that I've once had. I don't know if you boys have as well. Have you?
Thankfully not, Ben. Thankfully not.
I'm good, to be fair. Actually, we probably
must have, surely.
I've had minor cuts. I've never had anything like horrendous happen though.
Yeah. To be fair, my mum's cut my hair once and it's done that. It's not a nice feeling. Yeah. But when I tell you this is premium, I mean premium, lads. So the battery will last up to 90 minutes, so you can take a longer shave. So you could shave for a whole football match if you wanted to. If the game was that boring.
I don't know how hairy you have to be. Like, I'm super hairy.
I was going to say, Mads, yeah.
I don't know, I don't think I'd need an hour and a half, though, to get rid of this.
What about if you're swimming? Because it's waterproof technology, allows you to groom in the shower. And one of the coolest...
What the hell would I want to shave when I'm showering?
Cool. Because it's waterproof, mate. You can now. So one of the coolest features, though, is the light. You can hear that.
Ooh,
the LED light.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that's for like you get to see the hairs on your nipples, properly get in close to the skin. For more precise trimming, they've also upgraded to a 7,000 RPM motor called Quiet Stroke, and we all love a quiet stroke, don't we, lads? And let's not forget about the charging stand.
I hate you so much.
Yeah, I
No,
actually
so
hate
do I. Let's not forget about the charging stand. So show off your mower loud and proud in your bathroom. It's intelligently designed, and the stand is a convenient charging dock powered by USB. So none of them funny shaving ports. You can just do it by USB. Charge your phone, charge a trimmer. It's the new age. If you're listening to me speak right now, I want you to experience it firsthand for yourself. Let's get that bush and tush clean. So you can get 20% off plus free delivery with the code Seagulls at manscaped.com. So that's Seagulls. Make your testes their besties. Ryan, what's the stuff that you liked?
Well, actually, I was going to go on a nicer route, and I was going to talk about the cancer awareness, which Manscaped have teamed up with to form basically more awareness towards cancer, and particularly in men aged between 15 to 35, particularly with prostate and testicular cancer, which is a huge thing. And basically, make sure you go get checked. Do not have worries or be embarrassed. Sort it out. And thank you to Manscaped.
Their marketing is unbelievable, let's be honest. They've obviously picked the greatest podcast as well, finally. Took them their time. 37 episodes in, but they've finally done it.
Yeah.
And then what about their ball toner? So they've got ball toners in this perfect package. And then what else we got there?
It genuinely smells. It genuinely smells really nice. Like, I'm not even saying that because it's an advert. It genuinely smells good. Like, you could probably have that as aftershave and get away with it.
I know, we were saying off air, like, I would put it on my face.
Yeah. I don't recommend putting it on your face, but I mean, it's that good that you can.
Probably be alright.
Let's go on a night out and see who pulls with that on their face. That's just what I'm going to say. But even though it's lawnmower, it's kind of talking about the whole, like, downstairs area. I used it to shave my chest and, like, the nipple area.
I used to shave my huge beard, to be fair.
I was going to say, Ryan's obviously used it just now.
So, as you can see.
But yeah, so like I said, you can get 20% off for free delivery with the code Seagulls at manscaped.com, and there'll be a link in the description. That is 20% off with free delivery at manscaped.com, and use the code Seagulls. Your balls will thank you.
And also as well, finally, from me, you get a nice little wash bag as well.
Looks nice.
Quite handy. I've always
Rate
wanted
it. Take it on holiday.
Wash bag. Yeah, there you go. One towel.
Yeah,
nice.
Your balls will thank you. Manscaped.com, link in description. Let's get back on with the show.
Just to summarise then, boys, just before we go on to sort of like any other business, just to summarise then, I thought incredible performance. The lads are absolutely Leeds had nothing to sort of come back to us. We absolutely dominated them, to be honest, from start to finish. And it was just an unbelievable performance. Pretty much secured safety as well. And I was just buzzing. So great day all round, really. Anything to add, lads, on the game?
No, just Welle, basically. I think that's going to be a comment at the end. Just Welle.
Outclassed, outshone, out everything. Considering these are the team that meant to run more than us, I'm pretty sure they didn't. Everyone was good. I don't think you can really say a bad word for anyone, bar Mope.
No.
All round good vibes. Everyone's happy. World's rosy. Woke up this morning feeling fine.
Got Josh Akers on my mind.
Got Josh
Where
Akers.
are you, Josh?
Oh, that ratio was so nice. I'm sorry. That was the coolest ratio I've ever done in my life. I literally, we get a bit of a
pretty good
playback there. But it was.
That was very good.
If you didn't see, basically, Josh Akers, the one that came on the podcast, the Leeds fan last time.
Yeah, the Leeds fan,
Great friend of the show.
Great friend of Maz. He put a tweet on Twitter, and I can't remember what it was. It was just something like cute Brighton, thinking that they're winning their biggest game or something like that. And I just put something about this ratio with a photo of Danny Welbeck celebrating. And his initial tweet got 8 likes, mine got 115. So sit down, Josh. Know your place, mate.
Just to clarify,
stay in your lane.
Who first of all don't care about ratios and also don't understand what ratios are. Basically, it's just when your tweet does better than theirs.
It's more likes than the initial tweet, basically.
If you have a look, just search for any KSI tweet, and his comments are just full of it, basically.
Yeah. And if you're not very good at maths, 8 likes, single 8, so 8 to 115, right? 115. That's a 3-digit number. That's a lot more than 8. So. Yeah, completely outshone them.
I'm worrying about the future of our society when ratio is becoming like a thing.
It's so funny.
Anyway,
I find it hilarious. I can't lie.
Anyway,
it's all been fun.
We'll skip the ratio talk, and we'll get. So we wanted to talk about actually. So this is a bit. People might be thinking, why are you covering this, or why are you talking about this on a Brighton pod? But we thought it relates quite nicely to the sort of sending off early in the season. So John Fleck on the weekend against Spurs basically stamped on. I think it was his son's face. Was it son?
Was it Lo Celso?
Lo Celso. Yeah, it was Lo Celso.
Yeah, Lo Celso.
Yeah, I think it was.
He essentially stamped on his face, which was horrendous. It was a horrendous tackle, and he didn't get sent off. And so we sort of drew comparisons to Bissouma sending off against Newcastle, and it's like, what is the difference? So I suppose that's the first question. Ryan,
I was going to say, I haven't seen it. So Ryan, if you want to take this one,
people
heard about
it. For those watching, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see it right now. It's a pretty nasty one. To me, that looks intentional, right? I
can't see the top half of his body. I can't see the top half of his body.
No, I did see. In a different video, you can see he's literally looking down. I don't understand. I don't understand how VAR have looked at that, seen him literally plant his studs into his face, and thought, "Nah, it's not dangerous play. It's all right, actually." Considering the Bissouma thing, as we said, that was completely accidental coming together. He tried to backheel it, and he ended up kicking him in the face. And yes, okay, it probably was dangerous play, but it wasn't intentional. That to me looks so intentional. Your foot doesn't naturally, or your leg doesn't naturally go behind you. Like when you're landing, you don't naturally put your leg behind you. It's a bit like that. Was it Balotelli against Scott Parker, if I remember off the top of my head from years ago?
Cool, that's a throwback.
Yeah, it is a throwback. Do you remember? He literally stamped on his face, which isn't a surprise. Or was it his face? Yeah, it was something like that. But it was Balotelli in his prime. But I can't see how that's not given as a red card. And they've checked it on VAR and still thought that's not a red card.
That's the baffling thing. Like, you've watched it on VAR and you still not said it's a red card.
Yeah, I just don't understand that.
That's got to be like their howler of the season for VAR, surely.
I mean,
one of many, man. Yeah,
the whole catalogue. There's a whole portfolio for that.
Bin it off. VAR out. I hate VAR. It's absolutely ruined the game, killed the game. Game's gone.
It's the people in charge. We won't talk about VAR, but it's definitely the people who control it are the people who are right.
For me to summarise on those sort of two incidents, is they both should have been red cards because, as much like at the time, I remember the Bissouma one, I was like defending him. I was like, he hasn't meant it. It was sort of unintentional.
Yeah.
It's a high kick kind of thing. And I was trying to defend him, but then I remember sort of looking back, I was like, actually no, like in the laws of the game, that is a red card.
Yeah,
and I feel
you don't need to have your foot that high.
No, exactly. And it's the same with John Fleck. They both are red cards. They are both sending offs. Especially the John Fleck one is worse for me because he's full on scraped down his side of his face.
Do you reckon? Surely he's going to get a final,
a retrospective,
get a ban afterwards. Yeah. Surely
so I think if he's been given a yellow card for it, which I don't know if he did, if he's been given a yellow, I don't think they can do any more because they've
seen it and they've already dealt with it. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, they've already dealt with it. But if they haven't given a yellow card, I think they can do retrospective action.
Yeah.
That's
outrageous. That is.
Yeah. And then next thing we wanted to discuss, Naylor.
The money thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So Andy Naylor came out. Was it an article, Ben? Was it for The Athletic?
I just saw a tweet. I think it was it must have been an article. But I think it was a quote saying we're not going to be breaking our transfer record this summer, which completely blows out any kind of top transfer or top striker that we want to get for us next season.
Yeah, it's been common knowledge for ages, hasn't it? Let's be honest.
Of
course, but it's obviously now set in stone that pretty much if we're not going to be spending any more than 20 million on a striker or on a player for that matter, but what good striker can you get for 20 million?
We'll see, won't we? I mean, I trust
double that or just nearly double.
We won't get Tony, mate. We won't get Tony.
No, I know we won't.
You think Ivan Toney will go for 40 million?
No, Watkins went for 35. Surely 35 again.
Probably get 30. He's the second ever player to hit 30 goals in the Championship after Glenn Murray for Palace. But such a shame saying that, Glenn Murray for Palace. It could have been with us, Glenn. But
I saw someone say it was for us, but it was definitely for Palace, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I replied to it and I just put, it wasn't for us, lads. I said it was for Palace. because he hit 31 from, didn't he, in their first season? I don't how do I remember stuff like this? By the way, what is like my brain? But I don't remember what happened yesterday. It's so weird.
Crystal Palace live rent free in your head, Ryan.
Yeah, unfortunately.
No, but I mean in general, like I just remember the weirdest stuff. But yeah,
first stage.
I can't even remember what I was going to say.
Yeah, you're a Palace fan. Just blink twice. Blink twice, Ryan, if you need help.
Yeah. I need help. As Morse code for I need help.
But no, I mean, look, I think it will be, you know, in my eyes, you can still do. I know what you're saying, Ben. Like in terms of like what is 20 million in today's market, like, you know, doesn't get you a lot, but I think you can. You still can do true business with like 15 to 20 million. I still think you can, in that range, 15 to 20 million. If you scout properly and find the right players, if you've got a good scouting network, you can easily find a good player for that kind of.
Yeah, I mean, as we say, like a good player doesn't necessarily cost a lot of money because otherwise, you know, these players have to come from somewhere, right? But
yeah, mate, look at like Riyad Mahrez and then N'Golo Kante. I think they signed him for like 500k or million.
Steve Bissouma, I mean Dale Steven, you know, we signed him for 300 grand, didn't we? Signed Bissouma for 15 million. We signed Gross for 1.5 million.
900, yeah.
Joel Veltman 900k. There you go.
And I'm really adamant and keen to get like a kind of a player that we know and not just like a chop in the dark and hope. Like, I would like to think Tammy Abraham would be the ideal striker for us.
They want 40 mil for him, though.
Really work.
They want 40 mil.
You're not getting 20.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like 20 mil is not going to get us anything if people are asking 40 for Tammy Abraham.
I see what you're saying, Ben. Like you do want the tried and tested, but it's true. Yeah, the tried and tested will cost 30 million.
The thing is, right,
20,
this is actually going to go on to Bissouma and stuff as well. How can Chelsea want 40 mil for Abraham, but then they're talking about 30 million for Bissouma to Arsenal?
Yeah, it's a joke.
Sorry, but that is absolutely ridiculous. There's no way that Bissouma's worth 30 million to us. And plus, there's no way that Bissouma's only increased by 15 million since we signed him. There's no way that's true. But I do have some inside information, actually, I can say. Davy Proper has, you know, he's been linked with Ajax. No, not
PSV as well.
PSV. Yeah. That's a done deal as good as. He's chosen not to stay. I think unless he makes a dramatic change in his mind, I think Davy Proper's gone, which is sad. It's a shame.
He's a great player. Yeah, he's a great player, but he just doesn't fit the system. Obviously, Potter wants that kind of a bit more progressive, I think, football, whereas he's a bit more sort of side to side, keeps your team.
Yeah, he's very relaxed.
Yeah, he keeps your team ticking. But I genuinely think he's an unbelievable player. Like, he's definitely a Prem
on his day.
Player.
On his day.
Yeah, but it's just
very inconsistent.
He doesn't fit the system.
He's a bit of a David Proper. I'm sorry, he's a bit of a Leandro Trossard, I think. It's a bit of a David Proper. No, he's a bit of a Trossard, isn't he? He just, when he's bad, he's so bad. He gives the ball away every 2 minutes.
I don't know.
He dives in too much.
I remember him being just so consistently good.
Mate, he used to give the ball away a lot. I'm thinking, I'm to be honest, I'm talking a while ago, but I'm not slating him, but I'm not surprised we're selling him, to be honest, because I don't think he's as good as Gross, Lallana, Bissouma. You know, I think we've got a lot better players, and we're only going to progress now. So I think it's best for him to go.
Yeah, we've got a lot going on in that position. It's like,
even like Alexis McAllister, Alzate.
Alexis. What's happened to Alexis? Well, Alexis. Where's he gone, by the way? What's happened to him? Because I know he came on for like a minute, but
he's just hard to get into the team, isn't it?
He played against Sheffield United, didn't he?
He played in the one before that, didn't he?
I remember, mate. Either way, he's not quite at the dizzy heights of, you know, that little period he had.
He played against Chelsea.
He's still young though, and he's 21. Like he's still
22 now. But he's got a long way to go. To be fair to him.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see more of him next season, to be honest, because otherwise, he starts going 23, 24. He needs to be sort of playing more consistent football, doesn't he? I'd quite like to see more of him.
And then finally, boys, let's wrap up the show with Wolves preview. Mighty Wolves. I say the Mighty Wolves. They are playing really badly. Like they are in terrible form. And I think like people are like calling for Nuno's head. Like basically things at Wolves is not pretty at the moment. So
I've got something as well. Actually, that's stupid. Who was I don't know what the pundit is. I mean, they're all as dumb as each other, to be honest. But one of them was talking about Nuno to Arsenal, saying that he's a quality manager and stuff. Sorry, I forgot that we're in 2019. I'm sorry, right? It's 2021 now, right? Get with it. Wolves are awful. They play boring football. They have done all season. Nuno's been playing. The quality that he's got in the Wolves, the quality that he's got in that Wolves squad, mate. He's got Neto, Podence, Jimenez, okay, what happened to him this season? But they've got so much quality. They should be in the top 8 minimum.
I'll tell you what.
Right? They should be right up there.
It's the Europa League. Honestly, it's a curse. When you get in the Europa League, and
that's true. Actually,
the squad to deal with it.
Yeah.
You look at Burnley a couple of seasons ago. Like, it is a curse. Your players get absolutely knackered. They're playing in the summer to qualify for some reason, or they're playing the early European games. And they don't have the squad to battle with it because they were playing the same team pretty much week in, week out. It is such a curse. But hopefully we'll take advantage against a pretty tight team.
Leicester have dealt with it though, and they've not got much.
Yeah, but I think they've got this. I don't know. Yeah, I suppose so. Well, they do have a bit. I think they do switch up a bit.
Basically, just to go back to the whole Nuno thing. I think he's a quality manager, but I genuinely think basically they weren't ready. Basically, the Jimenez, for me, the big reason why is they didn't have a replacement for Jimenez. So, like, that Fabio Silva they've got. Like, he's good. I'm sure he will come good. Like, I think he's got it in him. Like,
the one with the potential that hasn't got any reason to have potential, just because he's good on Football Manager.
Mate, it's that's the
only reason that the people rate him.
But no, but just from bits I've seen him play, like, he does. I think he's got something about him. Like, I genuinely do think he does. Yeah. But right now, he's not the answer that they need, and I think they missed that central focal point of Jimenez. Like, I think he's really killed them this season, like, in terms of not having him. But
maybe I'm being harsh, but I just don't. I'm sorry, I don't rate Fabio Silva, and I don't rate Nuno. If we lost Potter and got Nuno instead, I would be very, very disappointed. I wouldn't probably watch us at the weekend knowing that we're going to set up with 5 at the back, but literally just defend with 5 at the back. I'd probably rather just turn the game off, to be honest. I'm not having it. No, I wouldn't bother.
You're forgetting about what they've done in, like, getting promoted and all the seasons before.
Yeah, they got promoted.
This one's obviously been a bit of a.
They've had a stink this season, but you can't.
Yeah, but then that's the same way people remember Chris Hughton, isn't it? They say, "Oh yeah, well, remember all the bad things about Hughton, but don't remember how good we were in the Championship, expansive football, playing this and that." But then you remember how bad we were in the last season.
The difference between Hughton for me personally, was that when he did come up in the Premier, he was quite negative in that outlook. Whereas I just don't, as much as you might disagree, I don't think Nuno Espirito is a negative manager. I just don't think he is. He's all about, having those wingers, striker. Like, he does like attacking. That's just my opinion anyway.
We'll see.
But no, I think anyway, this is.
I can see him getting the sack. They can
discuss Nuno, but no, I think in terms of us going into the game, I think we will have a massive job. Like, I'm very confident going into the game because Wolves have been terrible. Like, they've been shocking for the past.
It'll be good to get a win against them because, like we were saying earlier, it'd be good to start climbing up the table a bit, and we're 4 points off them now. So if they don't pick up any points until, because I think they play tonight, or am I making that up?
For Wolves.
Oh no, they don't play. Yeah, no, they haven't got a game to us. But I think if we got a game in hand, we've got a game in hand on most teams around us. But yeah, like I said, we could start chasing them hopefully in the league and get. You
mean they've got a game in hand on us? Wolves have a game in hand on us. Basically, everyone has a game in hand on us.
They are playing today. They are playing today as well. They've got West Brom away. They've got West Brom away.
Oh, have they?
Oh, okay. So
well, here we go. I'll watch that game and I'll make my judgment on how they set up against West Brom, because if they can't go and dismantle West Brom with their wonder kid and Podence and Neto, then I'm sorry,
Ryan,
I'm not bothering.
You say that we couldn't beat West Brom, so
yeah, but we haven't got mate. If we had Neto, Podence, as I keep saying, if we had their attackers, mate, I would want us to be top 4. No reason why not, because we can.
Neto opponents.
Neto's so good. I actually think he's class. Like,
Neto is class. But, like, for me, like, one player or 2 players is not enough to be like, No,
they've got a good team, mate. They've got a good team. Like, individual wise, they've got some quality.
Better than they are. Yeah,
and the money
Patricio is actually a bum though.
How much? Yeah, he's fallen off. He's fallen off a bit. But Semenyo, how much do they spend on him on the right back?
Oh yeah, he's awful.
Oh yeah, from Barca, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Barcelona.
He's been missing. They've got obviously Ruben Neves is class, Martino's class. They have got quality, but it's just not been working. Ruben Neves.
In the last, it's interesting though, just looking at their sort of recent form. The only teams they've beaten in the last 5 games, which is obviously still 6 points, but it's Sheffield United and Fulham, and it's like they can obviously beat those sort of low, we were talking about earlier.
Fulham was last minute.
Mate, they got beaten like 4-0 by Burnley, I swear, or 3-0.
Yeah, they did.
4-0.
They did get 4-0, yeah.
4-0 and then 3-0, I swear, or something like that. Like home and away, wasn't it? I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they got done home and away by Burnley.
They lost against Burnley 4-0, and they then lost against. And then 3-2 against West Ham. This is the last 5 games.
I just mean them against Burnley. I'm pretty sure they lost.
They got spanked against Burnley.
They
did. Imagine that, right? You're telling me Nuno's a good manager?
No, but you can't base it off one season. Come on. Let's not be.
Yeah, 2-1, 2-1, and 4-0. 6 goals against Burnley.
Wolves, Brighton. What are you saying?
Provided we score goals, 3-0.
Oh, lovely.
3-0. I'm going to say, I'm going to go get another 2-0.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-0 as well. I'm very confident going into this game.
2 or 3-0,
I haven't been this confident in a long time, but
nothing to lose, mate. Now we're not getting relegated, so who cares?
And do you know what it is? It might maybe now with the players they might be a bit more sort of like relaxed, and hopefully play better football. And a few changes. Hopefully, we get a few changes. Yeah. I'd like to see a couple. I'd like to see Mope drop, Jahanbakhsh in.
Interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that, to be honest. I wouldn't argue because then you've got a different dynamic, haven't you? It'd be quite nice.
Yeah, play wingers till the end of the season. See what happens.
Yeah, give it wingers till the end of the season.
Give it wingers till the end of the season.
But you said it, didn't you, Ben? Was it you that said it about the wingers thing? Yeah. So maybe now is a good time to experiment that. Get Alireza in. Bring Izquierdo off the bench. I mean, Zakiri can play left wing too, so we got some decent wingers. Whether they can provide or not, I don't know.
Options. Yeah,
we've got options like NSG. But anyway, that was a very very good reference there. But right, boys, let's get what we're getting in the comments below. If you're watching on YouTube, Wele, yeah, let's do Wele.
Yeah, Wele.
Comment down below. If you got this far on YouTube, please type.
Also, actually, before we go, let me quickly show you something.
Danny, sign him up. Danny, sign him up.
So my friend, I don't know if you can see it with me. My friends always wind me up saying I'm a United fan, but basically, they got me this FIFA card. If you follow my Instagram, you'll just see my reaction to it when they pointed out that the United badge is on it.
I just clocked the United badge.
Yeah, I saw that first thing I saw, mate. So what are you doing with it then? Have you binned it? You gonna bin it yet or not?
Yeah. Why are you still in your room?
A bit harsh, isn't it? But I don't know. 69 peso, that's a nice touch.
Why have you not burnt it yet? That is the big question.
Oh, it's such a bit harsh, isn't it? Yeah.
Is it in a frame?
Fuck your friends. How about that?
Oh yeah, maybe I'll just sellotape like a Brighton badge over the top of it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do.
Apparently the website didn't even do Brighton badges as well. So
get the old badge on it. Get the iconic badge.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what? I actually have that hanging there, but I can't bring my laptop all the way over there to show you. But yeah, do you remember the old badge? It's so nice. I love that badge.
And then I also got my earpiece as well. I just got this one done.
Why'd you do that?
Yeah, I was going to literally say that. Why'd you do that?
Wow, brilliant. Okay, yeah, cheers guys. At the end of the podcast.
Should I get a stud then? Right here. Actually, no, not right here. Sorry, this one.
Yeah, get a Brighton badge.
Yeah, get a Brighton badge. Get a Brighton badge.
Yeah, that's to be left.
Earring. Right, boys, peace out.
Do you know what? If we finish above Palace, I'll get my earpiece. There we go.
Oh, yes.
No, I can't do that.
Yeah. Right, comment down below. If you're watching on YouTube, please comment down below and also, please do like, comment and subscribe. It does mean a lot to us. And of course, keep streaming on Spotify and Apple if you're enjoying the content, obviously.
And also, Joseph O'Neill, if you're watching this, when are we getting this Ben White? When you get your Ben White tattoo, mate? Come on, man.
Wait. Well, I want to sign off on this because it just would blend so nicely into our outro music. 1 minute. Hang on. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Well done. I was going to say to you, Leeds are doing well.
On that note.
On that note, in a bizzle.
Peace.